Oh, hey there. So I just want to say, I don't ask directions from people who are lost, who are clearly lost. And I don't take advice from people who don't have a clue what they're talking about. Now, pretty much every day, somebody, some well meaning soul, decides to tell me what I ought to do. And I used to argue, with people like when I was younger, not on social media because that's a waste of time, but I used to be like, oh, really? Tell me more about that. And I would try to be like, no, this is the reason why, or you don't know the job or whatever. First of all, let me just say this. The Bible says, who are you to judge another man's servant? And I live by that rule. When people go, this person isn't doing blah, 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 I'm like, I don't know what their agreement is. And I don't know what God's asking them to do. So for me to chime in, unless somebody asks me, say, hey, what do you think I should do about this? And they ask for my help. Unless they do that, I'm like, it's probably none of my business. I need to keep my mouth shut. But for whatever reason, people don't do that. So whenever somebody says, oh, you know what you ought to do, and then they start going on some laundry list of all the things that I haven't gotten to yet. Not that sometimes it's a mistake or an oversight or whatever, and I appreciate if somebody is giving a real tip, but a lot of times it's just, people complaining. When they do that, I just go, oh, is that what you did when you built your neighborhood? And they go, well, blah, 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 blah. I saw this thing on the internet or whatever. And I'm like, cool. Is that what you did when you built your neighborhood? And they're like, well, I mean, I've never built a neighborhood or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. So you don't really know what you're talking about. And the same thing is true. Like I used to own a music venue and people would say, well, you know what you ought to do is get blah, blah, blah. I'm like, they want $250,000 a night. We can hold 1,000 people. The math doesn't add up. But I stopped doing that. And I just go, oh, is that what you did when you owned your music venue? And they're like, well, I never. I'm like, thank you. I know. I'm fully aware. Now, I know that this sounds like a bad attitude, but people are like, how do you take all this criticism all the time? And how do you deal with so much pressure? And I'm like, because I just don't care that much. I mean, I care, but I don't take advice from people. I don't get directions from people that are lost. And that really, I think, helps me out quite a bit. Anyway, this is what we did today. Yay.